Hey y'all! How are we doing today? How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for Pretty Pink Pokemon VGC6 Magical Girl Superhero? First of all, I want to give a shout out to the icons of the day. And that would be CMB 122498. That would be Majestic Milotic, and that would be. Is there another one? Sunbaron, aka V. Thank you so much for coming to the stream on time. So today we are going to be having our VGC event for the community. But before we get into that, I just want everybody to say hello. Tell me how you are. Tell me what you're doing. It's going to be a fun stream. It might be a long stream, and it's definitely going to be one for the books. We have a full roster of people here that are going to be battling against me and also competing in this small community-based competition that we are going to be having here. Hi, Damsel. You're doing good. Excited for today? Period. Damsel specifically, Damsel, can you check your Discord DMs? I'm just finishing up some hyper training right now in Montanavera in Pokemon Scarlet before we get started with the stream. So I decided that this would be a good moment to this would be a good time to just have a little chit chat with you while we finish out like our little musical moment. And I'm preparing one last final thing for the stream before we get started. And then once we do that, then I'm going to be completely ready. We have a full roster today, so that means that we are going to be having 8 competitors. And then on top of that, we also have a 9th alternate. So in the event where V is here, since V was already a part of it, and if nobody is going to be missing the event, that means that the alternate is not going to be able to participate. So Sublink, if you are here, I believe everybody's here so far, but if there's an event where that person is missing, I'm going to be looking for you. So keep that in mind if you're already here. And if you're not here, we're going to be looking for you anyway. I think my full team is hyper trained now. Let me check my DM. I was just asking Damsel to help me with one thing. Hey! Enjoying the day. We are hanging out in VC. Excited to play. Me too. I'm skipping the gym for the first time in weeks. Get into it. Hi Emerald. Hi CMB. Hi Milotech. Hi Damsel. Hi V. Hi everybody. Hi Moss. Who else is here? Are the baddies here? If you are a competitor, show yourself. The first 4 competitors for the event are Emerald, Moss, Milotic, and Damsel. And I've seen all of them, but is anybody who's going to be here for the second half here? Gnarly! Gnarly! Fried chicken! Gnarly! Party in the Hollywood Hills. Hi, Ube! Oh my god, this new beat! Okay, let me check my DM from Damsel, and then we can get started. We going dang gang. I know you be like, gang, 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 gang. Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Hottie, hottie. Like a bag of Takis. I'm the shits. I'm the shits. Hey, Avi, they be trying to copy. I'm the shits. Let me get this thing. Not gnarly. Not gnarly. Pokemon quiz. Oh, y'all are not supposed to be seeing this. This is supposed to be part of the intermission. Making beats for a boring dumb bitch. Fucking gnarly. Shitters. Give me 1 second to set this up just so that it's already prepared. Hottie, hottie, like a bag of Takis. I'm the shit, okay? I'm the shit. Okay, thank you, damsel, for sending me this. Let's get back to the main point of the stream. Here we are with the Pretty Pink Pokemon VGC. I'm gonna turn this music down just a touch. I'll let it play. Whatever's playing is whatever's playing. I really don't care at this moment. Um, so today it's going to be a community-wide battle event where the contestants are going to be using their own creativity to create a Pokemon team based on a character you would find in either a superhero or magical girl media, whether they be good, evil, or somewhere in between. I do not mind if they are imagined or if they were already in existence prior to this event. So we have a little bit of both. But first, let's talk about my team. I'm calling my team for this event the Pretty Pink Power Players. The origin of the cause. In the advent of magic in the universe, there was a race to see who could obtain the most of it and how fast. As time went on, there was a crowd who stood above the rest. Imperial, the superior, is of that crowd. He carries the burden of his draconic ancestors on his back. Stay out of his path. This particular character is meant to be a super villain in essence, so that's kind of the interpretation of that. This is one of those things where I was just trying to be a little bit esoteric, a little bit spiritual, a little bit, woo, like get into it, catch the poeticism of it all. The advocate. The dawn of the new age is upon us in the land, and a delightful package brings a deadly curse from an ancient origin to your doorstep. The blood moon reflects the harshest of realities on your mortal soul. Be careful not to incur her wrath. She prepares an army of lunatics with her as she forges ahead with her primal power in the modern land. This is Blood Moon, the Ribombi. She abdicates, but is it for good or for evil? You decide. Martyred Party. To many, Hysteria, the Electros, is nothing but a ruthless villain, moving through the world with no expression of empathy, emotion, or care for another. Her truth is this: she knows nothing but rage and chaos. She has no respect for her feelings. She let them go. She only wishes to be like the Origin. He only wishes to use her like a weapon. And these are the supervillains of the team, and now we are moving on to the Magical Girl. These are more like Magical Girl sidekicks, in my opinion. We have Misunderstood. There is a wisdom that comes with knowing the nature of things, and Tess, the Tinkaton, knows nature. She may not be the hero in anyone's story, but her magic lies in knowing the depths of her soul. If she were the earth, she would show you her emotional core. Tess is a tester. She will judge you by your strength just like any other rookie. Prepare for a shock to your heart. The main event. Tempestia is the ancestor of many who walk the modern world, but she has had to return to finish what they could never do. They call upon the wind, the rain, and the sky to bring forth a magical force that her descendants need tools to use. Her real magic is in her ability to move, so watch out for any quick actions from this battle axe. And lastly, we have the heavy hitter. Halcyon calms the storms by creating storms created by the team he works with, but he himself is but a mere mortal. The power players are a mix of good and evil, but this sword wielder is one of a neutral nature. With that being said, his motivation is saving his team. After the heat of battle, he will be the last one standing. And these are the Pretty Pink power players. So this is my team. It's partially based on either like misunderstood villains in superheroes as in superhero media, as well as the side characters in magical girl media. Although it's really loosely interpreted. I really was mostly going for with this team. Sometimes I go for a strong theme. Sometimes I go for a strong team composition. Sometimes I go for a strong aesthetic. For this team, if I were going to see this as part of the event, I think that the strongest that it would have is in the aesthetic, meaning that all of these team members are sharing a specific color palette that really kind of shines through. The color that stands out the most is probably the dark blue from the Samurott, but we see the pinks, we see the oranges, we see the greens, we see the dark greens, we see muted pastels and jewel tones in a way that really exemplifies that. And that's what we're going to get into now is how does the judging work for the Pretty Pink VGC? All categories, hopefully I changed everything. All categories are rated with a scale of 1 to 5, except the poll placement. And then they are averaged out for a final tally score. You are being judged on your aesthetic. How does the team look appearance wise? This is not based on any special presentations. It is determined by the color palettes and designs of Pokemon working off of each other. The presentation of it all might benefit this number, but it is not the only quality being observed by any means. You are being judged by strategy. Is the battle strategy clear or successful to opponents and the audience? You are being judged by theme. How does the team exemplify the theme? This measures how much the team fits the theme and can also answer the question of whether or not it would be a good example for inspiration if this were to be used as a template for another contest with the same theme. How to win. The winner of the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy must defeat me, the team, my team. So you must defeat my team created by me in order to be eligible to win the trophy. If no one defeats my team, the title holder will remain. The current title holder of the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy is still It's 5 a.m., aka Sam. The secondary winner, also known as the fan favorite, will be decided by the audience. So there are going to be 2 intermissions for today's event since there are 8 contestants. The first intermission is going to be partially held. I'm going to hold a vote for all of you for the first intermission, and you're going to be deciding out of the first 4 contestants which one of them is your favorite so far. The second set of contestants will also have a similar poll at the end of the stream before we get into the judging. That is going to determine who is the fan favorite based on how many votes the individuals get. There are more than 5 players. There are actually more than there's 8, at least 8. There will be 2 fan favorite votes, and the score of the individuals in those polls will be taken and converted for judging purposes. That is true. Okay, and so here's an example of a score sheet. Before we get into all of it, here's an example of a score sheet. So it shows obviously their name, and then we talk about their aesthetic out of 5. We talk about their strategy out of 5, and then we talk about their exemplifying the theme out of 5. They get placed in a poll in the polls placement, which is going to be out of 4, and then that's going to be converted to a fraction out of 5. All of those things are going to be converted, and there's going to be an average made, and you're going to get your final tally at the end of stream. And then I will be posting that information in the Discord server as well, so in case you would like to see it, although I will not be posting the individual score sheets. And that's all that I have for you. So let's get into the actual event of it all. Give me just a cute little moment. Girl, let me... So the first team that we are actually going to be going with is none other than... Let me just... Okay. I need to be on this screen so that I can change this screen so that way I can do this. The first team that we're going to actually be going with... First of all, here's my team. Let me get myself started. I will be DMing individuals with the code when we are ready to start. I just need to set up a little bit. So the first person that we are going to be going against is actually Emerald. The order in which order of participants, which is also posted in the Discord, is going to be Emerald, Rogue, Moss Green City, Majestic Milotic, and Damselfly. Then we are going to have our intermission. When we have our intermission, we are going to be playing some community games on the Twitch screen, and y'all are going to enjoy it. And then we are going to be continuing onward with CMB, Sam, Saffron, and V. With Sublink being an alternate in case anybody is not prepared to be here. Hopefully Sublink shows up. Hello, Emerald. I see you here. Let's talk about Emerald's team. So here's Emerald's team so far. Let me send you a... I'm going to send you a cute little code. Just give me a second. So Emerald has a magical girl team. There are some people with magical girl teams. There are some people with superhero teams. Emerald has a magical girl team. Um, we are going to be doing a link battle. It is going to be a double battle. Right? It's a double. I believe, isn't it a 4v4 doubles? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Me building my whole team around this comp and then not even remembering. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, so we are going to be doing 4v4 doubles with repeating items, repeating Pokemon, and only one Paradox per team. No legends allowed. So it is going to be a double, 4v4 doubles, and I'm going to be sending you the code right now, Emerald. You're the first one up. And while you're connecting with me and while we're setting that up, I will be reading off the little excerpt that you're presenting for the community to see. All right, so this is the code. We have. Let me put the code in first. Okay, and then Emerald, I want you to let me know when you are searching for it, okay? Okay, I'm sending you the code now. Here you go. And while we are doing that, we're going to talk about your team. Two girls go on a picnic to spend time with their pet kitten. They decide to make a flower necklace using the surrounding flowers. Their kitten notices something in the distance, so they chase after it, the flower necklace hand in hand. They stumble upon the source of their kitten's curiosity, a magical butterfly named Vivillus was lured in by idle honey, Victory Bell. Vivillus spreads its butterfly dust over the girls and their necklace in desperation, and they become magical girls. Serena, and Doll Melody, the Hisuian Lilligant. The necklace and the kitten also awaken and become magical companions. Kitten Rose, the Sprigatito, and Fairy Blossom, the Comfy. With their power combined, they defeat Idle Honey, only to realize Idle Honey was only hungry, not evil, and so they all share the picnic food and work together as a magical girl team for the rest of time. Okay, you can start searching whenever you're ready. Emerald, I'm ready right now. I already have the code in and everything. So if you are a community member, hello, Saffron. If you are a community member, if you are just watching this event, soak it in, soak it in. Okay, I am searching. Oh, I don't have the, y'all haven't been able to check in. I'm sick. All right, Emerald, is this you? Okay, you can let me pick the battle rules if you don't know what to do. Okay, so number of Pokemon 2 to 6, set to special Pokemon, special items. That's fine. I think we normally need to do the yeah, normal rules. Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well if you're not providing any music, then we are going to be doing a battle theme. Why don't we do Cassiopeia? All right, so remember to pick only 4 Pokemon from the from your team. Hmm. All right, can we see a little bit of hype in the chat? Also, if you tried to check in and you were unable to check in for whatever reason, you can try to check in now if you did not waste all of your opportunities. I am so sorry for not having the check-in or the Pikachu thing ready. That is all done through... There's no music. Hello? I have music off in the game. I didn't realize that it was going to be off in here, so I will play some other music while we're doing this, and then I'll have to adjust my settings later. That is my bad. All right, let's get into it. Cyrena and Vivilis. Bye. Hurricane. Oh. We went band for band there. Oh my god. R.I.P. Let's see some emotes. Hi, Aria! Hello, Aria. Hello, Aria's community. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Right now, we are having a VGC battle event. I am battling against Emerald Rogue in the chat. It's called the Pretty Pink Pokemon VGC. Welcome in, Raiders. Can we give a shout out to Aria? Thank you so much. Hysteria is asleep. Oh, okay, well. She did what she needed to do for this moment. Oh my god. Hi, Aria. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing a VGC event. So, like, right now I'm battling against my community. And I am failing, it seems. Emerald definitely has a strat going. Let's see if they can really pull it off. Not too much. Thank you so much for a rating, though. If you were on for a long time or if you're not available to stay, feel no obligation. That is for the community. That is for Aria. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. I'm kind of locked in right now trying to get this battle done because I also have to judge this event, so... I appreciate you. I'll be lurking because I gotta dye my hair before I go out tonight, but I will be vibing. Yes, the theme, by the way, Aria, is Magical Girl Superhero. Okay, we have Cyrena here. All right, let's lock in, y'all. Get into it with it. Oh! Same thought, same thought. Yes, Damsel's team is coming up, and it's definitely on theme. Get into it, Sirena. Well, you got me there. Is it 1v1 now? No, it's not. Oh, this is Gaggy. Oh, this is Gaggy. Wait. All right, I know what to do. Draining Kiss. Fairy Blossom avoided the attack. Oh, that was gonna be nasty. That was gonna be nasty. But it's okay. Another Draining Kiss. Well, thank you so much, Emerald. GG, Emerald. You won your battle. Wow. Impressive. The next person up is going to be Moss Green City. So we're going to go to this screen so we can talk about Moss Green City's team while I send Moss a DM. Thank you so much, Emerald. Good job. And it was definitely a good game. All right, Moss, I'm going to forward you this message. Let me see. Do I have you on? I do not. I do. Okay. Okay, Moss, I sent you the link code. Just let me know when you're searching. I'm going to read about your team. So, Moss Green City, and also if you have any music that you would like to use for the event, if you've already prepared it, send it to me. If you're not ready with music, it's okay. I need to change my game settings actually, but okay, so it says here, dark clouds look over the Dark Master's castle. A long battle awaits anyone who dare enter. They'll face a pair of Indeedee twins, the Master's Dark, Golurk, and Master himself. I decided to lean more toward the villains for inspiration, as I think there's a lot of Pokemon that could be repurposed as magical girl villains, and I agree. I actually need to change one of my settings really fast. Let me turn this music up in this game so that way we can actually, like, you know, lock in. Okay, and now I'm searching, Moss. Thank you so much for waiting. Link battle. It's going to be a doubles battle. It's going to be normal rules. And out of this team, you only pick 4, but you only have 4 on your team. All right, and we are connected. Good luck, Moss. Have fun. Let's get into it. Who picks the rules? Is it me? We're just gonna go with Cassiopeia's music once again. Or maybe we should do something else. Like maybe we could do it like a Team Star moment. Yeah, let's do a Team Star boss. That's fun. All right, let's get into it, Moss. Can we have a little bit of cheering in the chat, a few emotes, or some commentary, something going on? Like, get excited, get excited. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, that's a pretty picture. Hold on, your taste is showing. Not the tree in the base of the crater. Your taste is showing. How festive. Psychic Surge. The twins, Yanaga and Yangsen. All right, I think I've committed to my strat. Hi, Sublink, welcome in. Bye, Yanaga. Nice to meet you. Hi, Sam. Thank you so much for the sub, Sam. Dark Master. How spooky. Whoa. He survived that hit with the focus sash. Get into it. Hold on. Why'd you cook? Oh, shit. Expanding force with this field on top of the Calm Mind is really, really good. Okay, yeah. I realized when we started just now that one of the moves from my, well, if we're getting into it, let's get into it. One of my Pokemon's moves is incorrect, so I'm going to edit that in between battles as well. Before we move on to Milotic. Hi, Sam. Yes, get home safe. High horsepower. I'm Gaggy Boots. GG Moss. Wow. I hope my team isn't a flop. Damn. All right, so let's switch back over. Let me first open this and make sure that we're on the right slide. So next up is going to be Milotic. And before we get to Milotic, I actually need to change one of my Pokemon's moves because it is not correct for the build that she has, and it's killing me. And it's literally a move that she knows. Or that she can learn, like, you know what I mean? Anyway. Ta-da! There we go. Okay, Milotic, if you have any music that you would like for me to play during your battle, now is the time to be sending it. Especially because you were the one who actually asked me about it. I will be forwarding this message to you with the I do want to let you know that unless you're sending me music that can be played through Discord, that music is not going to be played on the stream for the VOD. However, for the stream experience, it will be. Okay, Milotic, I'm sending you the code now. I got your Spotify link. Let me open this up. So Milotic team is based off of Tuxedo Mask for, you know what, actually, no, yeah, I can play this here. Okay, let me get myself together in order to search for Milotic. Milotic's team is based on Tuxedo Mask. It says, let me just make sure, okay, everything's right. Okay, everything's right. A mysterious support who appears when hope is nearly lost. Tuxedo Mask battles with elegance and charisma. His Pokemon crew blends speed, power, and dramatics of it all. His team consists of Red Tide, the Gyarados, able to turn the tides. Okay, I am searching for you now, Milotic. Thank you for letting me know. Able to turn the tides on an instant. Phantom Rose, the Hawlucha. An aerial dynamic diva. Tuxedo, the Incineroar, a controlled blaze of power. Crimson Flare, the Talonflame, appears, attacks, and then gone with the wind. We have Glasses the Glalie, cold and composed, locking down its enemies. And we have Nightshade the Greninja, striking from the shadows as a watchful guardian from behind. This is Milotic's Tuxedo Mask team. It said no one could be found. Are you sure that you put in the right code, Milotic? It's for a double battle, don't forget. All right, let me start this. And here's Milotic's playlist. All right, I'm searching for you now. Let's see if I find you. Oh, okay. Oh, the age-old issue of not being online and still searching for what you need. Okay, get into it. No, Milotic always loves like an EDM track. Milotic always loves like a modern house moment. Like Milotic loves like a little electronic beat moment. Okay, here we go. Are y'all ready? So we're going to be going with no music for this one. So for the VOD, I'm sorry, but let's pick the team. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So remember, Milotic, only pick 4 Pokemon for the battle for your team. It's normal rules. Let's get into it. Oh, that's cute. Everybody with their little pictures on their trainer profile. I see what you're doing. I'm gagging. And don't forget, if you're sending me music, to share it in the Discord. That way everybody can see it. Oh, it used Protect. Greninja has Protein. Glalie has protected itself. Glalie has protected itself once again. I've never heard of this ability. What is that? Moody? And also, the Glalie is supposed to be based on the glasses that Tuxedo Mask wears. Or the mask, I guess, but you know, that's like the point. Glalie is supposedly a mask Pokemon, so that makes sense. Like mask is in like it's a mask, literally. It's based on a hockey mask. I can't believe we're already on the 3rd battle, but we are like an hour in. U-turn, okay. Bye. Nice to see you, Nightshade. Who's coming out in your stead? Mask for mask, exactly, CMB. Oh, Tuxedo. Go for it, Halcyon. Foul play. Oh, well. R.I.P. Glalie, aka Glasses, the Glalie. Ooh, hold on. Phantom Rose, the Halucha. Terastallization. 2. A ghost type. Right, okay. Jesus. That's one way to do it. Whoa! Not too much. Go on, Hysteria! If I told you if I told you why I have this asymmetrical choppy bob on, would you believe me? Would you believe me if I told you that it was from that it was a reference to last week's watch party? Actually, I think that was this week's watch party in Damsel server where we were watching Cardcaptor Sakura. Would you believe me if I told you that? Not too much on Tess. Not Tess. Hysteria. Acrobatics. We're gonna have to clear this. We're gonna have to clear this side with a little bit of brute force, if I might say so myself. Phantom Rose use Sky Attack. Nightshade use Ice Beam. Oh. Oh, not too much. That's the issue with terrestrializing an Electros. It's going to be gaining weaknesses regardless of what you do with it. Unless you keep it an electric type. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this one, Tempestia. Sky Attack! 4 times effective! No, don't do it! Oh. Not me giving y'all freebie wins. Milotic won. Congratulations, GG. All right, thank you, Milotic. Let's move back to the other... Actually, what we need to do is I need to change this thing. Okay, we have one more contestant before we move on to our intermission. And that is going to be Damsel. Here is Damsel's team. Her team is called Star Gem Precure. Damsel, I'm going to be forwarding you this message that has the code for you. And I did get your DM with your music. Let me see this. Okay. So, Damsel's team is called Star Gem Precure. Let me know when you're searching and I will search for you. Okay, you're searching. It's a double battle, don't forget. Also, don't forget to be online and use the correct code. This team of Pokemon are representing one of my favorite aspects of the magical girl genre, companions. Each member of this team guides their respective Precure with wisdom and integrity, all the while spreading happiness and love everywhere they go. Every single companion has their own personality and color that matches their Precure counterpart, shining bright for all to see, just like a star. Sweetie, the Rabombi, Flan, the Cricketune, Kiyumi, the Gudra, Ponpon, the Appleton, Coral, the Finizen, Eris, the Serena. Thank you so much to Toei Animations for bringing this vision to life. Don't forget to tune in for episode 1 on February 5th. Not the disconnection. Let's try again. Damsel, good luck. Have fun. And y'all, if you're in the audience, soak it in because we are going to be having a vote. We are going to be going on intermission after this battle. And once we go on intermission, we are going to be, there's going to be a vote for your favorite team thus far out of the first four. Not another disconnection. Is it me or is it you, damsel? Are you like when you get kicked out, are you like connected to the internet? Let me try reconnecting on my Switch. Okay, good luck. Let me know if it works. Because if it's not you, then it might be me. I don't know if it's me. You know, I've had this issue before, but I've been fine this whole time and I'm connecting to my normal Wi-Fi. So if it's me, I'm okay with switching, but I didn't really want to switch unless I had to. So let's try with you. If that doesn't work, we'll try with me. And as for your playlist, we're just gonna be have that bitch on repeat. So don't worry about missing out on the music. Like it will come back to us. So in this, you will be seeing the empty sheets, but so far we have battled, just to refresh all of you, so far we have battled Emerald's Magical Girl team with the magical, what would you call this? Their picnic team, right? After that, we have Moss Green City and their Tower of Villains. After Moss, we have Majestic Milo Chick with their Tuxedo Mask team. And lastly, we have Damsel with the Star Gem Precure team, based on the companions of the series. Damsel, let me know when you're searching. Emerald said Floral Picnic Magical Girls. Well, there you go. All of the teams so far are Magical Girls. I believe out of all of the submissions, I believe there were like, because there's only 9 people who have submitted for teams. So there's 9 people who have submitted for teams. Take your time, damsel. And out of the 9 people who have submitted for teams, I think 3 or 4 of them are superhero teams. We've had some gaggy battles so far. I'm excited to see what damsels come up with. And also, I feel like maybe my teams are just were not completely up to snuff. But that's partially my fault because I waited until the last minute to build these teams. I was up at 6 a.m. doing this. I was making this presentation and I was building the teams. Also, I do want to talk about a little bit, you know, if you want to hear something like a behind the scenes like thing, the reason that there's like this like little like satin background on the presentation this time is 'cause I felt like, you know, a lot of times we associate like superhero costumes with fabrics. You know, a lot of times they're made with like special fabrics or they have capes and things like that or special ways that they're being done. Can we get a second presentation of your team? Sure. And then also, magical girls are also associated with their fabrics, the fabrics of their outfits, the lace, the big billowing outfits, like the skirts or whatever they happen to be wearing, things like that. The outfit is very important to the persona for both. And what is the basis of the outfit or the fabric? Okay, so we're just going to go to the just chatting so I can go back to the presentation of my team. I'm not going to go over it completely, but I will show you the actual team composition itself. My team is called the Pretty Pink Power Players, and here it is for you to observe while we are waiting for Damsel. Yeah, so I was doing it color coded. Okay, you think you fixed it? Okay, let's try it now. I'm searching. Whenever you're ready. No issues, damsel. So the fabric is like the main color is supposed to be like this pinkish red for the entire presentation, but for the magical girl teams it was going to be like that light purple, and for the superhero teams it's going to be a dark blue. No, it's completely okay, damsel. Don't be worried about the playlist. I'm going to restart it when we start the battle, or rather when we reconnect. Don't forget it's a double battle. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're chilling. This is like an intermission before the intermission. I'm ready. I also went over the judging, and you see it's the same, like it's the same reddish, it's just a little lighter, and then it gets darker again. See? So like I put a lot of work into these presentations. So like if you ever come to the fashion review, you see a similar essence where it's like there's a lot of work that goes into the presentation of these things before we actually get into the, into the looks or into the teams or whatever. So sometimes it takes me hours to work on all that, even though, it's like it seems like such a, I wouldn't call it seamless, but it's such a it is an important aspect to the stream for sure, but it's like something that you wouldn't necessarily think is the most important. It was difficult to make a magical girl look out of my options in this game. Yeah. Good thing you're not being judged on that specifically, Sam. My personal opinion on Magical Girl Media is that I think that the side characters shine almost as equally as the main characters. And for example, like right now we're watching Star versus the Forces of Evil in my Discord server on Saturdays at Saturday afternoons. Like normally it's like 2 o'clock Central. Right now we're watching Star versus the Forces of Evil as well as Avatar: The Last Airbender. We already know the villain in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that Avatar: The Last Airbender is not really a Magical Girl Media, but Star is Magical Girl Media. It's based on that specific genre. So it goes into that genre, even if it's coming from the West. It's like it's made by Disney, and or at least we're watching it on Disney Plus at the very least, right? And we actually have not been fully introduced to the actual overarching villain just yet. We think it's one person, but we're actually being shown a new one coming up very soon, and it's been hinted at, but we haven't actually like touched on it yet. I'm excited for y'all to experience that with me. And if you haven't watched it thus far, I believe we're only on like episode, I would say like 9 or 10. So you definitely have we need this to be normal rules. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay, no music. Sorry for the dissonance between the music Damsel's chosen and mine. Did you notice me and Damsel both have a Ribombi on our teams? Good luck, Damsel. Have fun. Let's have a great time. Damsel said, clock the new fit. Yeah, she does look different. I like this. Damsel also plays Pokemon Scarlet. I don't know if you've been noticing, but you know, in these games, like, the uniforms do indicate which game you're coming from. I love a little bit of Sunny Day. Bye, Eris. Nice to meet you. Who's she coming out with next? She's strategizing. She's strategizing. Get into it. Oh. Terrestrialization into a flying type. And Sweetie used Protect. Fire Blast. Oh, she gagged. That was unexpected. Now you know why her name is Hysteria. Tempestia, the sociable. Bye, sweetie. Bye, sweetie. Fire Blast was unexpected. That was an interesting set of moves. Oh, saw that coming. You did what you had to do. Bye, Kiyomi. Kiyomi, get your ass out here. Get into it. And Hysteria is thoroughly confused. Okay. Damsel has one Pokemon left. Let's see what she does. Pon, the Appleton, and Halcyon the Peckish. Pon, you're in danger, girl. Halcyon used Blizzard. Here we go. Pon tanked it. Hysteria is confused, and she hurt herself in her confusion. And I can't switch her out. I took a big risk using Outrage with Hysteria. Hi, Pickled. Let's do another... Hysteria is still confused. She's hurting herself. That's part of the actual concept of hysteria. So basically, hysteria is kind of like she's kind of like one of those characters that has such immense power that she is used as a weapon by people who are thought of to be smarter than her. So that was kind of the trope that I wanted to utilize for that specific Pokemon when I was giving it a characterization with my presentation. Um, and so that's kind of what we see is that, and she is super powerful, but it's like super powerful but hard to use. She just got confused by her own outrage. And she's yet to actually successfully go through her actual conceived strat. Thank you so much, damsel. GG. Unfortunately, damsel has not defeated me in battle, which means that she is not eligible for the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy. However, she's still eligible to be a winner in your hearts. We are going to be moving on to the intermission section of this event. So prepare yourself for that. And while you are preparing for that, I am going to be setting up the first fan vote for you all. Thank you so much, damsel. All right, so here we go with the first fan vote. In previous events, I have had you vote and I've allowed you to add additional votes. This time we are not going to be doing that. So, the question for the community, the question for the culture, question for the community and the viewers so far is who was your favorite battle so far? Out of the first four, we have Emeralds with their what'd you call it? Floral picnic team, right? We have Moss, who had the Tower of Villains. We have Milotic with Tuxedo Mask. And we have Damsel, whose team was. What did she call it? Let me go look. Her team was called Star Gem Precure. I'm going to allow this vote to go for. I'll give you 3 minutes with no additional votes, just so that you can lock in on what you actually believe in. And while you do that, I'm going to be working on setting up for the actual intermission of it all. So here's your poll. You can start the poll now, and I will show that to you on this screen. Give me 2 seconds while I set that up. There you go. Vote on your favorites. I want to give Damsel another special shout out once again for giving me the access to this thing. How do you start this? Okay, is the poll over? Let me look. I haven't actually looked. We only have a few more moments for the poll. There's only about 5 people who have voted on the poll. If you have not voted for your favorite battle of the event yet, vote for your favorite person. Let's give them a little bit of love. If not, that's completely okay. You don't have to vote for whoever is on theme. You just have to vote for who you like. And if you have participated in the event, you should also be voting for yourself. Thank you. This is what's going to determine the fan favorite vote, which is going to determine the secondary winner of the vote. And that means... Oh. Well, it looks like Milotic took it away from Damsel in the last moment as I was talking. Milotic is number 1 out of 4. Meaning that Milotic is going to get the full 5 points for his team. That means Damsel is 2 out of 4. So she's going to get... So she's 2 out of 4, right? She's in second place. So I need to calculate what that would mean for her out of the 5 points. Emerald is the 3rd. And that means Moss is the... Oh, Moss and Emerald are tied. So that means that they're both 3rd out of 4, meaning that they're going to get half the points, right? So in the meantime, while I'm calculating this, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'm going to go get some water, and we're going to have a cute little intermission moment. I'm honestly just going to leave this music going. So there's that, but I'm going to have this available for y'all here to do. Start guessing your Pokemon. I don't know how to get this started though. Hello? Does it work? Hey y'all, so I'm back. I've calculated all the totals for the first group and I'm ready to keep going. We're going to be starting with CMB. So CMB, I'm going to be sending you that code so that when we are ready to move on, we will be ready to move on. I'm going to let you keep guessing these Pokemon until at least for a few more moments while I'm gathering myself. Our CMB has sent forth some music. Okay. All right, there's your code CMB. It's going to be a double battle. But don't search for it just yet. We're gonna wait for this to finish and then we're gonna move on. The last Pokemon that you are looking for is from Paldea. I have no idea what that is. There you go. Get into it. Who got it? I think it was Damsel. Was it Damsel? Who was it? Somebody got Monkey Dory. That was crazy. All right, let me just refill my water and then we can get started. CMB, are you ready? All right, so let's go here. That way I can talk to y'all. So CMB is starting. CMB is actually the first person, at least as far as the event is concerned, that is going to be having a what is this called? CMB is the first person in the event so far to have a superhero team, although CMB is not the first person to submit a superhero team rather. All right. CMB, I'm gonna start your music right now. I'm just gonna probably just repeat it. All right, so CMB, you can search for me now if you're ready with the code. I am ready whenever you are. I'm searching personally. So CMB said 3 wasn't enough for this fight. So the Pokepuff girls had to recruit an unlikely ally this time around. I did not start the music. Hold on. All right, and we are ready. Well, there's CMB's team. Soak it all in while we get ready for this battle. It's going to be normal rules from us. Love, 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 love makes the world go round. Get into it. Hey. Okay, yes, this is my team. That's my cookie. That's my juice. Love, 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 love makes the world go round. Love, 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 love. You're listening to both songs. Oh, I know. This music is not going to be playing. While we're actually battling, it's not going to be playing, but now it is. All right, let's reset this. Let's get into it, CMB. Good luck, have fun, and let's have a great battle. Bye, Buttercup. Bye, Buttercup. Makes the world go round. Up next is going to be Sam. Sam, are you available to go next? I know that you were heading home. La la la, makes the world go round. Hey. Kitty cats. Mojo Jojo, you sunny day. The sunlight turned harsh. And Blossom, you solar blade. Oh, she gagged. She gagged. Well. That yellow, blue, and green. Bye, Mojo Jojo. Nice to meet you. Oh. Bubbles! And the crowd goes crazy. Makes the world go round. Sam said, hell, the girls are spamming solar blade in here. It's dangerous. And are, and do, and is, and will. Thank you. Bye, Bubbles. Love, 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 love. Get into it. Bye. Oh, she saved herself there. Blossom is the last one standing. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. She avoided the hurricane. Oh, she's gagging. She's gagging. Y'all want to hear the song one more time? Oh my gosh. GGCMB. You did not defeat me in battle, therefore you are not eligible for the Pokemon trophy of it all, but I do appreciate you for competing. Thank you so much for coming through, especially after we lost somebody else in the very beginning of the opening for contestants. The next person up is Sam. I need to prepare to actually showcase Sam's team for you all. And there's Sam's team. I'm going to cut this music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hopefully we're able to even put that on the stream. Sam, I'm going to be forwarding this message to you through your DM. So there's that. If you have music already prepared, please send it to me however you can. Either through Spotify or possibly through a playable disc YouTube link would be fine if you're going to be playing, if you're going to be sending it. If not, that's completely okay. We're just going to be listening to in-game music then. And let's get into it. You sent it in VGC chat.
You can't read the top.
Right. Let me see that. Fun fact, I've recently muted VGC chats. Here is Sam's playlist right here. Okay, so Sam says, my team is a way for me to give her flowers to one of the fiercest magical girls in the game, Miki Sayaka. The blue magical girl is most of the time the side character, the best friend. She deserves to be on the spotlight. Sayaka's stance on the theme runs around music and chivalry. Stance and theme runs around music and chivalry, yes, which is why I have swordsman Pokemon like Kyosuke, the Gallade, and Lillian the Samurott. Her witch form is Octavia von Seckendorf, who is being represented by Primarina, and her minions are Clarissa, the Altaria, and Anthony, the Whimsicott. Sayaka is known for always using a fire extinguisher iron bundle at some point. And this is Sam's Magical Girl team based on Sayaka Miki. Sam, I have your music pulled up. I will be searching for you momentarily. When I am ready, I will let you know. Because love, 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 love makes the world go round. Remember, Sam, it's going to be a 4v4 double battle. Here we go. Give me a second to prepare my visual, because like I'm switching through a lot of screens right now. If I showed you what was going on my computer, your heads would be spinning. Remember, it's a 4v4 double battle, so pick 4 Pokemon. For me. There we go. Good luck, Sam. Have fun. And let's have a great time. The music will stop when the battle begins. Don't worry about it. Sayaka Miki, for those who don't know, is a character in Madoka Magica. Sam is terrestrializing on the spot. And it is for this Samurott into a poison type. How could you say that about Pixie CMB? Lillian used an immediate aerial ace. Blood Moon tanked it and still used Sunny Day. The sunlight on the battlefield turned harsh. Hysteria uses Thunder Punch, which is nowhere near as effective as it could have been. I'm noticing that I've made a grave mistake with this. With the use of this. Oh, no. Sam has a poison type baddie on the team. Okay, well, we're going to have to lock in. We did what we could. Here we go. Anthony used U-turn, meaning that he's being retracted. Let's see who's coming out in his place. Hi, Rose. How are you today? Sound off in the chat if you're still with me. The next person going up in the event is going to be Saffron. And then if V is still here, then it's going to be V. Ceaseless Edge. Oh, spikes are all over the battlefield. Blood Moon used Pollen Puff on her partner. Hysteria has regained some of her HP. And she used Acrobatics on Kyosuke. This is what it's like battling the champion. The long-time winner, almost consistently, of the PPP VGC. This is intense. Kyosuke used Protect. Lillian used Aerial Ace, taking out Blood Moon, the Ribombi, who subsequently fainted. If you're seeing this, you forgot to put on deodorant. Bye, bye, bye. What the hell? No, I didn't. You're tired and you're editing your video after like 5 to 7 hours. Oh, get into it. Well, go Tempestia. Tempestia. It's time for me to use my own secret weapon. Terrestrialization. Tempestia is now a flying type. She was still taken out quickly, it seems. That's a gag. Kyosuke has been sedated. Anthony is back on the team, aka Anthony. I don't know how that would be pronounced for you, Sam. All right. Anthony used Tailwind. Imperial has regained his health. Lillian used Aerial Ace. Hysteria used a very ineffective Acrobatics. Let's see. Anthony used Protect. Imperial took Lillian out with a Scale Shot. Now we get to see something special happen. Scale Shot usually boosts the speed of a Pokemon but lowers its defenses. But for Imperial, it is going to boost his defenses and lower his speed. Hysteria used Acrobatics, but it was protected. We have Octavia. Another fairy type, meaning that Imperial's draconic nature will not be effective here. Anthony used U-turn, but there's nowhere to go back to now. Octavia used Hyper Voice. Yes, I actually do love Contrary. Imperial used Leaf Storm, taking out Octavia with one hit. His speed attack raising after the fact. His special attack, excuse me, raising after the fact. Hysteria takes out Anthony with... Oh. Thank you so much for participating, Sam. Unfortunately, you have not defeated me in battle, and therefore you are no longer going to be holding the title for the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy. But let's give a round of applause and some emotes in the chat for the long reigning champion of the PPPVGC, Sam. Emotes in the chat for Sam, please. Sam always does his big one in these events. And the next person who is up is Saffron. Saffron, I saw that you have posted music in the Discord server. I'm going to be forwarding this code to you. While we go over your team. I will let you know when I'm ready to start searching. I'm probably going to need a moment to read all of this, and also I'm trying to set up your music, so give me a moment to do that as well, and then I will be ready. Okay, so Saffron says, whether on the page or on the big screen, the women of Marvel have mesmerized popular culture for generations. This Pokemon team pays homage to the women who started it all and paved the way for some of the greatest stories to center female superheroes. Jean Grey, I am Phoenix, and now and forever. For this issue, Phoenix explodes onto the page with her partner, Ninetales K, aka the Cantonian Ninetales, who better to accompany the Phoenix herself than the nine-tailed fox. Together, these two sources of mythos and fire will leave readers burning with desire. Emma Frost, your mind is mine, darling. Emma Frost arrives on the scene with her glamorous companion, Ninetales, the Alolan variety. Some may say that Emma tends to envy a specific redhead, both in love and Pokemon. But don't let that fool you, for this diva can hold her own and then some. We have Rogue. Sugar, you better watch your back. Planting herself directly into this story is Miss Anne Marie herself, along with her stalwart ally, Arboliva. Rogue plans to sap the energy of all her enemies. We have Storm. Let them thunder, for I am lightning. Blowing into this issue on hurricane force winds is none other than the mistress of the elements herself, Aurora Monroe. Iron Bundle is fast, and best of all, benefits immensely from the electric terrain commanded by Storm. Watch out and don't forget your umbrella. We have Scarlet Witch. No more mutants. Wanda Maximoff finds herself teamed up with Earth's mightiest mutants in this star-studded new comic with her companion Typhlosion the H, aka the Hisuian Typhlosion. Wanda seeks to help defend the mutants with her combination of chaos and ghost-type powers. Don't let her fool you, though. She does wish to mend her relationship with mutant kind. Wanda will forever be a wild card. Lastly, we have the Invisible Woman, who says, "Disappear!" Sneaking her way onto the scene is the mighty Susan Storm. When her family or friends are in need, there can be no greater ally than the woman Fantastic. With her Meowstic, she shields her allies with Reflect and Light Screen. With her on the team, the mutants are sure to repel the Sentinels and save the day. So, Saffron, are you here? I have seen you in the chat earlier, but I am ready to search for you now now that I've read that. It's going to be a double battle, and I sent you would read every word. I appreciate it so much, but we'll be more mindful. Yes, I read every word, no matter how long, I read it all. Okay, I'm ready to search for you whenever you are ready. Don't forget to be online, and don't forget that it is a double battle. I sent you the code in your DM. And your music is already prepared on Spotify. I do want to remind you that the only individual who has sent music that is not on Spotify thus far is CMB, and that was through a playable YouTube embed that was sent to a YouTube link so I could play it through Discord, and that is going to be on the VOD. No one else is. Okay. I am searching for you now. I will start playing your music when we start our battle. And now we can switch over to this screen. Good luck, Saffron. Have fun, and let's have a great battle. Don't forget it is a 4v4, meaning you need to pick your 4 Pokemon, and I pick mine. Oh, cute. Pecorine. Unexpected Sleigh. Emma and Subu. My first move is to change positions with Hysteria coming out of her ball along with her partner, Tess. Thunder Wave on Tess. Oh, I'm scared. And Confuse Ray on Hysteria. I've seen this before. Tess used Hard Press, and Emma is off the field. I need a hero. Enough for a hero to the morning light. Get into it. Let's see some emotes in the chat for Saffron, please. We have Wanda on the field. Doo-doo. Saffron withdrew Sue. And brings out Jean. The Ninetales, who ships the weather. And now we are seeing a terrestrialization on the Typhlosion, a fire type. Eruption. Oh, and it is a double KO from Saffron. Oh, oh, oh. Well, if you thought this was over, think again. Imperial. Dragon type terrestrialization. Another eruption. Oh, they took it. And Jean used Will-O-Wisp. Oh, this is Skaggy. Imperial, use Dragon Tail. Sue is brought back out. Jean is brought back out. All right. Sue used Light Screen, protecting against special moves. Jean used Weather Ball on Halcyon, knocking him out. It is two superheroes against the draconic supervillain, who's draining their energy as we speak with the Giga Drain. But will it be enough? This is a bad type matchup. Flamethrower on Imperial. He tanks it. Psychic on Imperial. Knocks him out. GG to Saffron. You have defeated me in battle. And our last contestant is V. V, are you here? Hi, V. Let's talk about V's team. V has a team based on common riders. So we have low kicks, 0-1. A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick. We have Lycanroc, Vulcan. V, I'm going to be sending you this code as I'm reading this. We have Lycanroc, named Vulcan. The elevation increases as the bullet is fired. We have... Okay, V, and I'm going to search for you here. We have Heracross, named X-Aid. Mighty Jump, Mighty Kick, Mighty Action X. And we have Ceruledge, Brave. Tattle Wander, Tattle Quest. This team is based on different common riders. I am searching for you, V. It's a double battle, don't forget. And let me find your music. I will use the music when we link up. Don't forget to go online when you do start looking for your battle. There we go. And here we go. Let's get into it. This is the final battle. After this, we are going to have our second intermission. And when we go on to our second intermission, I will be starting the second fan vote while all of you vote on those individuals. I will be updating the presentation to reflect the judging so far. Don't forget, V, it is a double battle, meaning you only can pick 4 Pokemon. It's a 4v4 double battle, meaning you can only pick 4 Pokemon. Good luck, V. Can we see some emotes in the chat for V and some supportive words? And have fun, V. Let's have a great battle. Everybody with their cute little trainer cards. And here's V's music, by the way. Let me get that started. Oh! First impression. Stealth Rock. Oh, V got this shit kicked off. But so did we. Vulcan was holding a Focus Sash. Hysteria is finally using her eject pack for the first time. In her place, I am sending out Blood Moon. Vulcan used Endeavor on Tess, knocking her down to 1 HP. 0-1 is knocked out by a Pollen Puff from Blood Moon. Oh, this is a gagging battle already. Tess used Hard Press on Vulcan, knocking him out. Oh. V sent out Brave, the Ceruledge. And 0-1. Or an X8, excuse me. All right. Brave used Shadow Sneak, taking out Tess. Blood Moon used Dazzling Gleam, knocking out Xaid. V's only Pokemon on the field is Brave, the Ceruledge. Can he defeat the power players? Blood Moon crystallizes into a fire type. And uses Sunny Day. Oh, but she's almost taken out by Brave's Bitter Blade. Brave is hit by an Acrobatics from Hysteria, which takes down his defense but boosts his speed once again. This is a very fast team, in my opinion. Bitter Blade once again on Hysteria, knocking her out. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Cereal. Welcome in. I'm doing great. We're having our little community battle day event called the PPPVGC, aka the Pretty Pink Pokemon VGC. And right now we are doing our final battle. Is my cutie fly teeny tiny? I have no clue. They're just small like that. Unfortunately, it looks like Brave is being set up against a Sunny Day setup. With Tempestia gearing up for a Solar Blade. And Blood Moon gearing up for a Solar Beam. Will he be able to handle the solar power? Bitter Blade on Tempestia, knocking her out. He's almost back to full health. I don't really help. Should I restart my game or just keep progress? Keep your progress. If you need to reset, there's plenty of resources in the game to reset your team and things like that. Two Fire Terra sitting on the battlefield. A Bitter Blade versus a Blood Moon. I have no other choice but to use Solar Beam once again. But Brave uses Shadow Sneak. And V has won the battle. GGV. Thank you so much for participating. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is participating. I also want to give a shout out to Sublink, who is our alternate. If you would like to see everybody's team builds or any information about their teams, go check out the team submissions and you can go see all of their rundowns, including sublinks. Once again, and you can also, I want y'all to make sure you're posting your music in the VGC chat and or the music chat in the Discord server. If you are not a part of the Discord server, which is where these events, where normally the information about these events is hosted, you can go check that out. Here. Congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you for participating to everyone else. So now I'm going to take this time to calculate some more things for my team. Fun fact, where I was battling from was actually the Crystal Pool in Kitakami. I felt like this was one of the most magical areas in the game, and so it was like, to me, it was perfect. So this is where I'm battling. I'm standing in the crystal water itself. Let's shift over to start our second intermission. Ooh. Okay, we're going to be listening to a little bit of a different musical vibe while we're doing this. I'm going to set up our secondary poll. Who is your favorite team out of the bunch? And out of those who have participated, we have the following. Let me start a new poll first. We had CMB with his Powerpuff Girls team. We have Sam with his Sayaka Miki team. We had Saffron with their Women of Marvel team. And lastly, we had V with his Kamen Rider team. We are not doing any extra additional votes. But for 3 minutes, I'm going to allow you to start your poll. I'm going to start the poll now. Vote for your favorite contestant so far that you have seen. And if you haven't seen all the battles, pick your favorite one out of the ones you have seen. And if you haven't seen any of the battles, pick your favorite person. Give them a little bit of a shout out. Talk about what you liked in the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to be calculating the I'm going to be inputting the information onto the presentation so we can talk about the judging. Here's the poll as it currently is functioning. Do not forget to vote. Take your time. Switch your vote if you feel you need to. Do what you gotta do. All right. And I have to do what I have got to do. Don't forget to vote for your favorite contestant while I'm inputting this information. How did y'all feel about the event so far? Did y'all have a good time? I had a great time. After this, we are going to be starting our second, what is it called? Intermission. And the poll is done, meaning that Sam is the winner of that poll with Sayaka Miki, with his Sayaka Miki team. Okay, let me set up this next moment. We're going to be doing a little bit of words on stream, I decided. Okay, while we take this second intermission moment, I'm going to be inputting all this information. I'm going to be calculating a few things, and I'm going to allow y'all to play a little bit of words on stream. I want y'all to have fun with this. Let me just show you. Let me switch the screen for you. Oh, not the mess. Put it away. No. This is what I need y'all to see. And then beyond that, I'm going to be... Well, y'all got a cute little sneak peek of what goes on behind the scenes. Hello? Where is it? Oh, this. Okay. All right. Start your words with friends. All right, so I am going to allow you to finish this current game of what is this? What is this called? Words on stream. What is it called? Hello. I'm gonna let y'all finish this, and then we're gonna get into the judging. So take your time, do what you gotta do, and then after that, we're gonna be done, and we can move on to the judging. Now that all the tallies have been tallied and all the votes have been voted, and the winner has been chosen, as well as the fan favorite. All right, you got 3 stars. Well done. And here is the leaderboard with Andalise being on top. Get into it, y'all. I'm glad that y'all enjoyed these. Like I've never done that before. I'm glad that y'all enjoyed it. But let's get into the judging for the VGC. Are y'all ready? Andalise is a smart cookie. Who's excited to see who won? Who's excited for everyone? Can we get a round of emotes in the chat for everybody who participated today and everybody who submitted and everybody who's been a part of this? I'm excited to talk about the judging. So I'm also going to give you a round of applause. I know that's right. All right, so I'm gonna leave the music rolling. That way we could just keep going. So for the judging, as you've previously seen, here is a template of a score sheet. You are being judged on your aesthetic, your strategy, your exemplification of the theme, which this time is magical girl superhero, and your placement in the polls out of 5, which is then out of 4, which is then converted into a score out of 5. So for the first person, the number 1 on the poll would get 5 points. The second person in the poll would get 3. I believe it's 3.75. The third person would get 2.5, and the last person, I believe it's like 1.75. But I don't. But that's not how it rolled this time. So we actually had 2 ties for third spot. But first, we're going to talk about Emerald's team. Emerald did a good job and actually won their battle. So congratulations, Emerald. Thank you for participating. I really enjoyed this team. For your aesthetic, you got a 4.5 out of 5. The half point is just because like upon first glance, I didn't get it, but I still think 4.5 is a very good score for out of 5. You were a top contender when it came to specifically your team, which I thought was really interesting considering that you were the only person, I believe, who went for like one of the, you went for one of the trainer card makers, and yet your team was contending aesthetically with the other people who did so many things with their giant presentations and their beautiful edits. For your strategy, you got a 4 out of 5. I thought your team had great power, but I didn't see a clear use of strategy that was like sticking out to me. But I thought that you had a good power up behind your team, and you obviously won, so you were doing something right, right? For exemplifying the theme, you got a 4 out of 5. To me, I actually didn't write down what I thought about your team. I just thought like, I thought it was interesting. I don't recall there being any shinies on the team. But just at first glance, I wouldn't say it's a magical girl team. I would say it is a plant team. It's a garden team. It's a, you know what I'm saying? Which, in theory, it makes sense with your own personal application to the theme. However, it doesn't necessarily exemplify the theme, but it's so well created, and it made sense that I couldn't give you less than a 4. Your placement in the polls, you got 3rd place. You got tied for 3rd place with another individual. So you got 2.5 out of 5 points for your placement in the polls, meaning that you got a 3.75 for your final tally. Thank you so much, Emerald, for participating. Next up, we have Moss Green City. Moss Green City had the Tower of Villains team. Moss Green, I gave a 3 out of 5 for the aesthetic. I really just didn't see it. I think maybe if you had like a shiny King Gambit, or if you had, just I felt like it was there. I felt like there was an attempt, but I didn't see that attempt really working out in my mind, where I was like, yes, this is a great team. It makes sense. I'd love to see this on paper. No, I didn't necessarily feel that way, but I did like what I saw. For the strategy, you got a 4.5 out of 5. Your team was very effective. You did win your battle. You had a good mix of moves, like moves that were effective, super special attack moves, physical moves, things like that. It was really interesting to see. For the theme, you got a 3.5 out of 5. It felt more medieval to me than anything. I like the villain idea, but it was like, I think you went with the villain idea, but the team was more scary and almost kind of like more like if it gave me the medieval impression. It gave me like, knights and war, not necessarily, magical girl in that aspect. And out of the poll, you were third place out of 4, so you got a 2.5 out of 5. And your overall score is a 4.13 out of 5. That doesn't make sense. Actually, it looks like Emerald. I might have got. Did I get this wrong? Hold on. I'm looking over my math really fast for emeralds because I'm looking at this. And how did you get that? Equals divided by. Okay, no, emeralds is correct, and so is. Okay, so let's try this for moss. Moss, this is actually incorrect math. Okay, let me actually edit this really fast. I am so sorry, Moss. This is supposed to be a 3.75, 3.76, 3.75. So that is your final score. I'm so sorry for getting that math incorrect. I was so confused by that. But thank you again, Moss. You did a great job. I am grateful. Everybody did a great job to me. Nobody's performance, nobody's team, nobody's behavior bothered me. I'm actually really glad that everybody participated today. So next we have Milotic. Milotic's team was very impressive. Milotic also won. So we had 3 winners at the very beginning of the event. Milotic has a perfect score sheet, even though his name is not on it. Hello. Milotic has a perfect score sheet with a 5 out of 5 for every category. The aesthetic is a 5 out of 5. The strategy is a 5 out of 5. The theme is a 5 out of 5. And the poll, Milotic got first place for his poll. So he got a total of 5 out of 5. Yes. So it was really interesting. Milotic did win his battle. I really liked his team because he didn't use a magical girl, but he did use a magical girl character. It was really impressive to me. His use of strategy also impressed me. I thought that his team was his use of moves was very conceptual for the Pokemon that he was choosing and the concept he was going with for the theme, which I thought was really interesting to see because it was also effective. A lot of times people go for a concept and then it's like it doesn't really, it doesn't necessarily work in any particular direction. A lot of times they have to use their brute force. Milotic didn't have that issue this time. Milotic has a 5 out of 5 for his final tally. We have Damsel. Damsel had the Star Gem Precure team. She did not win her battle, so she's not up for the Pokemon trophy, but Damsel had a 5 out of 5 for her aesthetic. I thought it made a lot of sense. The team is covered in pastels and it was all shinies. I love a shiny team and I want more shiny teams. For her strategy, all I wrote down was that she had unexpected slays, which it was unexpected for her to pull out that Gudra with the flying type Terra and then to use the Fire Blast. That was a crazy combination of things happening all at once, and it disoriented me enough. And I was surprised that I actually lost the battle against her, but I had to be locked in too. No shade. For Damsel, for her theme, it was 5 out of 5. It was based on Precure. Like Precure is iconic to the magical girl genre. It's iconic to this current moment. I think she did everything that she needed to do. Of course, Damsel was going to come through for this theme. For the poll, Damsel actually got second place out of 4, so she got 3.75 points out of 5, but with a total tally of 4.56 out of 5. Thank you so much, Damsel, for participating. We have CMB. CMB also participated. CMB had the Powerpuff Girl team. He did not win his battle, therefore he is not eligible for the trophy. However, he got a 3.5 out of 5 for aesthetic. I think that it was unorthodox choices for the team members, but it worked for the battle. But I think that when it came to like the use of these iconic characters, it made sense how you did it. but I would have liked to have seen different Pokemon in my mind, I think. And if you had more time or if you were more prepared, maybe you would have put forth that energy a little bit differently. But regardless, I think 3.5 out of 5 is still good. For use of strategy, you got a 4. They had staying power. I do recall them having staying power. Even though I did defeat you, your Pokemon definitely withstood the forces that my team was putting out, right? How does the team exemplify the theme? A 4 out of 5 for me. I was excited for somebody to make this reference. I was surprised it didn't happen in the fashion review, so I was really glad that somebody did it for the VGC. The CMB got a 3 out of 4 for CMB was tied for third place with another individual out of in his poll, so he got a 2.5 out of 5 for his placement in the polls, with a total of a 3.5 out of 5 for his final tally. Thank you so much, CMB, for participating. I'm glad to see you participating, and I would love to see more from you. Sam. So Sam actually had Sam actually, this is like, I think this is like the second time maybe that Sam has I've defeated Sam in battle, period, since I've been doing these events, and it was really impressive to see his team. Regardless, he actually also has a perfect score sheet. He has a 5 out of 5 for aesthetic. I love the color palette. Strong decisions. I think it was kind of like a high risk, high reward to use a fully blue team, but especially after hearing your explanation of it all, it made a lot of clear sense. I really like to see it. Saya Kamiki is an iconic character to those who are actually aware of some of these side characters, and I was glad to see some representation for those kind of characters in the theme, even if she is herself a magical girl. Got a 5 out of 5 for strategy. Sam was an intimidating team, and it was long lasting. Sam also had a really good mix of techniques being used on his individual Pokemon that I was glad to see. He exemplifies the theme with a 5 out of 5. Maybe that's also partially because of his image that actually influences this particular number. But to me, it was a diverse cast of characters, but it made sense with the context of what he was saying for his theme. So I had to give him a 5 out of 5 because I was impressed. Sam also won his poll, therefore he has 5 out of 5 for his placement in the polls, meaning that Sam has a perfect score for his final tally, a 5 out of 5 for his final tally. Thank you so much, Sam, for participating. I really enjoyed our battle. We have Saffron. I was really impressed by Saffron's team as well. Saffron got a 4 out of 5 for the Women of Marble team. I liked what I saw. I thought it was some odd choices for the Pokemon, but they made sense when you combine them and you consider the color palettes and things like that. It's the team overall, though, if you put it on paper and you didn't have the concept along with it, it would be a little confusing to see, but it was interesting nonetheless. The strategy was a 5 out of 5 for me from Saffron because it was also conceptual, similarly to was it Milotic's team that I said was conceptual like that? I remember it was, yes, it was intricate and calculated. Saffron made calculated choices throughout this entire battle. And Saffron actually did win our battle. As exemplifying the theme, 5 out of 5 for me. As far as the concept, I think for the team, it's similar to Sam's, where I was saying if you just see the team on paper, it would be confusing. But the way you presented it, I think influenced this number. You got a 5 out of 5 for me. I can't say much more than that. As far as the polls, you were third out of fourth. You tied for third out of four with your polls, so you got 2.5 out of a possible 5-point Saffron. So you got a total of 4.13 out of a possible 5 for your final tally, which I think makes sense. Let me make sure. Let me check my math. So that would be 15.5. That's a 3.875, bitch. I don't know what this math is. Hello? That doesn't make sense either, though. Hold on. 16.5 divided by 4 is equal to 4.125, which is a 4.13. I gotta check my math, because if you remember, there was one time that I did the math incorrectly. I had to go back and redo it. All right, and lastly, we had V up. V had the Common Rider team. V, I loved this team. V also defeated me in battle. It gagged me that V defeated me in battle because it was close, and that gagged me too because I don't think this is V's first time participating, but you know, a V is not somebody who's like obsessed with Pokemon, so it's always surprising to see V pull through with something like that. V had a near perfect score for me too. He had a 4.5 out of 5 for aesthetic. I thought it was refreshing. I thought the colors were a little interesting, but I like all shiny team, so I had to give him extra points for that. The colors were interesting, though. I think that overall, if this Pokemon team was put on paper, it would be a little bit confusing to the eye. However, he got a 5 out of 5 for strategy because he had unexpected speed and unexpected moves that worked in tandem with each other. And even when he was put against the corner, he actually defeated me pretty quickly, I felt. And his name is not on this sheet either. Oh my god, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, I'm gonna be so honest. I went to bed after 6 a.m. Y'all gonna give me a little bit of grace here. V got a 5 out of 5 for exemplifying the theme. I think some of the presentation actually helped him in this case. Although I do think that his Pokemon overall did kind of give a superhero vibe. I really enjoyed his team, and I was excited that he made the reference to common writers. I wanted to see at least a little bit of non-Western superheroes in the fashion review and in the VGC, and I'm glad that V was one of the people who brought that forth, considering his passion for the specific media that he referenced. He got a 3.5 out of 5 in the polls because V was second place out of his poll of 4. Meaning that V's final tally comes to a 4.44. Let me check my math once again. It is a 4.6. My bad. What the hell? Yes, it is a 4.6. I don't know why I'm like, we're coming up. Where are these random ass numbers coming up from? That is a 4.6. It's really a 4.56, but it's really a 4.6. Thank you so much, V, for participating. I really enjoyed our battle. And now we are going to be talking about the fan favorites. So, the fan favorite for today's event was determined by the winner of the polls. One of the winners of the polls is the winner of the entire event. Therefore, they are not eligible to be the fan favorite. Therefore, the other winner of the secondary poll is the one who gets it. And that person is none other than Sam with his Sayaka Miki team. Congratulations, Sam. You are going to be the Pretty Pink Pokemon Diva for the remainder of the time between this event and the next time we do it. And now I really love this team, and it seems like the community loved this team too. You really made a strong impression with all of it. The part that gagged me the most in this graphic is the it is the Primarina in the water and the reflection of the water. If you didn't see it, go check it out on the Discord with the picture he put in his team in the team submissions. It's kind of gaggy. And that means that the winner, I spoiled it for you, but just in case you want to see it, the winner of today's event, the winner of the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy, is none other than emotes in the chat for the winner, Majestic Milotic with his Tuxedo Mask team. Majestic Milotic is going to be getting the Pretty Pink Pokemon Trophy role in the Discord server, as well as the respective other community members. And that is all that I have for you today when it comes to this event. Thank you so much for everyone who has competed, everybody who showed passion for this, and everybody who is here today. I appreciate you all. I am exhausted. It is time for me to get out of here. I appreciate all of you for being here. We've been going for 3 hours. Congratulations to Milotic. Congratulations to Sam. I will be calculating the final tallies and throwing them up in the Discord server here real soon. But we are going to get out of here. Let's do a cute little raid. Let's see who's online and let's do a cute little raid before we get out of here completely. Ooh, how do we feel about the event? Did everybody have a good time? Thank you so much for coming and pulling up and coming through. Ooh, we're going to be rating Gar. Gar's playing Animal Crossing Deluxe. I don't know how long he's been going, but God bless. We're going to get out of here. Put the raid message in the chat. I hope that you all enjoyed. Thank you so much. Thank you to my moderators. Shout out to Milotic. Copy the raid message and put it in Gar's chat when we end up in Gar's stream. I will talk to y'all all soon. I will be back here tomorrow with more Pokemon ZA if I do stream it because I'm tired. But if not, I'll see you when I see you. Bye.